There we go. Why is the camera not working right? I have no idea. And so, it's lunchtime. I think we'll go live tonight. Got a special guest. We'll see if they come on tonight. But, as I told people, I'll be here at lunchtime. I'm here at lunchtime. And so, while people are getting in the room, let's go to the video.
Layback horns hit me with something like, yeah. No.
Cheryl, I see you.
Hey, baby. I'm about to be real transparent with you. I've been waiting by this door just to have a little conversation with you. So don't think I'm creeping. I just want your name. And maybe you can slide your digits too. Cause I put a lot of work in my game. Oh, yeah. So baby, role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, baby. I know you know me, but let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? You beat my nerves, and let me be your patient. And you'll be I'm gonna be your student. So let me role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, baby. I know you know me. Let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? Hey, come on. You got two hands, let me see you clap before time. Yeah. And if you got two hands, let me see you clap before time. Yeah. And if you're happy, how you know it, and you ain't afraid to show it 4 times. Hey, lay back home, give me something real nice right here, 4 times. So baby, role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, baby. I know you know me. Let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? Yeah. Everything drop out, just Eric on the bass. Yeah.
Hey, make it funky. Hey, make it funky. Hey, come on.
Layback horns hit me with something else like, God Almighty. Yeah. We out.
And there we are. It's the Konvos for lunch. And I'm just farting around for lunchtime. I literally only have a word on wheels. And I was technically checking out equipment and checking up on everybody. I just got to say, happy Monday to everybody. And I'm starting to feel like a radio show host where when I grew up on Carter and Sanborn and different ones in the morning, you kind of needed to hear that voice just for the day. And so for right now, I was like, let me just holler at everybody at lunchtime real quick. I know you're taking lunch break, so I'm not going to be on here long. I just jumped in to jump out. And to everybody that's watching, hello. I'm restreaming on here, and then I'm on the Konvos.live. I just don't know if YouTube picked it up yet because it seemed like it was having some issues. So I don't know if I'm live on YouTube at this very moment, but I do know we're live here if you see me. So to everybody who's watching, good morning and good afternoon. Up here on this northern part of America in Pennsylvania, after all of this snow and all of this cold air and stuff like that, guess what? We're going to have 60-degree weather. And guess what? Everybody is going to be outside. I can feel it already. I think I'm going to do 100 miles tomorrow on my bike. So today I got some housework to do. I got some church work to do. I got some other business work to do. I got a couple of meetings. And then I got a Zoom later on. However, I am going to get myself outside and I'm going to enjoy the weather tomorrow. But I want everybody to stay safe. I hit my girl Sandra Williams because, you know, she ran away and she, you know, what be happening around that Girard Avenue area. And for some reason, I got this feeling in my spirit that everybody going to be lit tomorrow because it's going to be nice outside. So I'm going to get some word on wheels tomorrow because I'm going to be out on a bike. I'm going to have my legs out, have my arms out because it's going to be 60 degrees. But I missed y'all. And I just wanted you to see some of these t-shirts. So if you see any t-shirt in the videos that you like, today I'm wearing my boy Sean Doc, and that is Let's Get Live shirt. And guess what? I think we look alike. Don't we look alike? Don't I look like my t-shirt? Look. It kind of, I can play it off and it kind of looks like me. So you'll think this is a Keith Pelzer shirt, but it is Sean Doc. And Sean Doc is the founder of Let's Get Live, the LGL community that we're in. And that is for live streaming. And so to anybody watching right now, if you have come up in this pandemic in some way, shape, or form with your live streaming, don't let the weather fool you and don't let normalcy fool you. People are still on the internet. They're still on social media platforms. So don't let go of it. Keep building because there's still a message that has to come out of you that I think people will still want to hear. And so, look, I'm so happy. See, won't he do it? All you do is just ask and it shall be given unto you. And today, see, normally it's, let me see, where's my 2 square? Because I keep my 2 square going. There's my 2 people. There we go. And so that is not Otis. So we're going to take Otis off of there because I'm not going to have that name on there. So we'll take that off. And then there's me. All right. Now, my girl is in the house and we just going to add her in here. And that is none other than the doctor herself. And that is Dr. Sandra Williams. What is going on? What's going on, sis? Listen, can I send you a hug? Can I see you a hug through the? And I miss you.
I miss you too.
I wasn't really concerned because you don't like me no more. You love Tina. So you had Tina on your live, and y'all was going in on y'all professional, pro, uppity, high and mighty platform with everybody watching. But I never got an invite. But it's cool. It's all right. It's all right. Not a problem at all. I still love Luella. I still love Chrissy, and whoever the other, Sandra, yeah, her. Yep.
Don't you dare.
Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
Listen, this is my after Sunday. I preached at Sharon and United. I didn't get to curl my curls or nothing.
Who cares? Listen, it's Monday. It's Monday. Everybody
It is Monday.
Everybody from Monday. Here.
Who cares, right?
So real quick, how was church yesterday?
So I preached for Bishop because Bishop was away. Mm-hmm. So I preached for him.
This is not Otis. I'm sorry. Let me change this. I'm gonna put it. Go ahead. You keep talking. I'm gonna put a different caption under here.
Okay, so I reached for Bishop Reed yesterday, and it was, I hadn't been in a large space with no people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, something. And then I came back to United where, United is where United is. So we go all the way in. So it was a good morning. I had a great time at Sharon and I had a great time at United.
Wow. So let me see. I can ask you. So we just haven't started yet, but I'm kind of on that brink of, I've always been cool through the COVID. I take my own precautions, but
right.
I know that the anxiousness of people to want to get back to a sense of normalcy. And I don't fear it. It's just that as leaders, we have to be in a position to protect people. Even it's like even as a pastor, it's not calling the members children, but it's also, you still need the grown up in the room. You still need
right.
of the ministry. And so we're the ones that got to take the heat if something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. And Sharon's big. And then you know how to regulate your members. But I say that in the sense of, we got vaccinations now. We got vaccine rollout. We have the levels have done come down. It's not totally safe yet, but I'm like, what's the game plan on, okay, we not out of the woods, but we not in the red zone. So what's it looking like? How would you say it's different? Are you like good and spaced out? Is service shorter? How's the vibe on we want to hug each other?
Let me say, first of all, even though we have to remember Philly is a small piece of the whole country.
Got you.
So only 9% have been vaccinated. There are states that do not have the vaccine. There are still cities in the state of Pennsylvania that do not have access to the vaccine. So you have people who leave Philadelphia to go to the NBA All-Star.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
My members included.
Oh, Lord. You're such a real pastor. You said mine included.
Listen.
Mine too.
Again, you left Philly, went to Atlanta that never closed. I never see masks. I never see. So, I mean, what are you asking me?
Yeah. So
I mean, when you think about that, what are you asking me? At the end of the day, there are people that never stop moving in the pandemic, and there are people that are doing whatever the heck they want to do and be around whatever people they want to be the heck around. So what are you asking me to do? Because at the end of the day, Philadelphia Police Department, one of my friends' subordinates just died from COVID. So we still thinking that people not dying from COVID. So you tell me, what do you want me to do? And people are not going to tell you the truth. If churches are open and somebody gets COVID, and I'm not knocking anybody,
right?
But I'm not sure if they tell us the truth. I'm not sure if they tell us that they quarantined somebody, or they told somebody not to come. And you can't tell me that people are running around close to each other.
Come on, Robert.
On each other, singing, and you can't tell me that somebody in there has not contracted COVID.
You know what's crazy? I've been on platforms with people, so you understand in this COVID-19, you and I, we talked about it. I was looking at old reels from since this started with you and I, Chrissy, Tina, everybody on there, right? And I was looking back at stuff and how we've been talking about how this is rolling. And shout out to Pastor Shipman, Siobhan, and all y'all. I see what y'all doing. Like, I know the space in your church, Sandra's church,
right,
sharing different ones. Again, this is not a knock on anybody. Nobody has the right format, right? But I love Sandra. Sandra, you know I love you because you gonna keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, look, people out running. You was like, my members included, who I'm checking, and they gonna hear from me. Not cool. I get, like, thank you. So here's the crazy thing. I'm looking at the fact that, okay, numbers and stuff are down, but there's a comfortability where people are still running ragged. So in this community I'm in, Let's Get Live, and all of these people I've met on the internet and have not met physically and personally up close, right? We're all in different places. So when we get on platforms, and I was with a bunch of clergy, and it's a bunch of clergy talking, and we were talking, and then somebody was like, oh yeah, it was like, oh, we had church through the whole COVID. And there was like 4 other pastors like, whoa. Like everybody was like, Y'all tripping. Like, and I'm agreeing with you on this. We're not going to be honest and say, hey, like, it's like a restaurant announcing, hey, somebody found hair in their hamburger. Ain't nobody gonna say that. You gonna see it. The manager they gonna throw that burger out, find it. They gonna hush hush, be like, we'll give you 8 free, and that'll never happen again. It came off of somebody's beard, and they gonna keep it under wraps. I think that's what people have been doing with COVID. I'm pretty sure. And so the risks are still there. And let me ask you this: do you think that we'll be at a place where we'll be in our churches and we'll have to take, hey, who's been vaccinated? And do we only take vaccinated members back in the church?
So that's what they're saying today. If you look at the newspaper today, they're saying that vaccinated people can be around vaccinated people.
Wow.
So they're saying that. The CDC just put that out, that vaccinated people can be around vaccinated people.
Okay.
So I think that, again, everything is cyclical, and this generation and even us. So you got to think about it. When we were little kids, we couldn't go to school unless we were vaccinated.
Right,
so
that's true.
You have a group of people who have never known about, kind of like vaccinations or how vaccinations started or where they came from. Because when I went to kindergarten, I could not go to school. If I remember, your mom and them running around, making sure you got your shot paper and all that kind of stuff. You couldn't go to school.
Right.
So I just sit back and I don't argue with people. You know me. I'm going to do what I'm going to do at United.
Right.
Y'all can do what y'all going to do. This is a cycle. We've been here before. So
right.
You got people who have never been accountable to anything in this season saying what I'm not going to do and I'm not. We've been here before. You couldn't go to school if you didn't get your shots.
Right.
But you got people who have never been experienced or exposed.
Right.
To life. In a sense, they've never been exposed to life. So they don't know. They just don't know, and they don't get it. And we're just living in a day and time where we want to be mad and unaccountable to everybody. We mad at the government. We mad at the church. We unaccountable to the government. We unaccountable to the church. We unaccountable to our parents. We're just unaccountable. And those people get the best press. The mad unaccountability people.
Wow. This is amazing. I'm glad that we actually, you know me, I just have what we call the convo. Mia, yep, I think that answers Tasha's question. Tasha, I think it's fully vaccinated, which means that whether you get the single dose or the double, and I just seen a report of like questionable with the 1 dose. I don't know. I haven't got vaccinated yet, but I will. I'm not like opposed to it. I'll do whatever is the greater good for, the church itself. And so, for anyone who's concerned about it or thinking about it, I want to know in the column, like, how many people have been vaccinated? Has anybody watching right now, out of everybody watching right now, who's been vaccinated? I'm just a little bit curious to find out if you've been vaccinated. So, also Sandra, did you get your shot yet?
Our whole family got our shot.
Okay, all right, got you. Now, did you do the single or the double?
I did the double.
Okay, the double.
My mother's going back tomorrow, and then I go back, and then Chrissy, Siani, and Trey go back, and we'll all be vaccinated.
Okay, got you. Grant said unaccountable. We're living in sad days. Exactly. I haven't been yet. Me neither. My dad gets his second shot this week. Siobhan, my dad and your mom, my mom and your dad, same thing. So, because I talked to my mom, I think her second is due this week as well. And so, Marquisa, what you say? I've been vaccinated for phase 1, and we'll get the second one the end of the month. Oh, this is good, people. Mickey got the first Moderna, and I will go get the second one on the 11th. All right, Valrita, I have not. I have allergies. Okay, and I'm awaiting a new formula. Got you, because you're in with the police as well. So, yeah, I was curious to that. Thank you, Valrita, for saying that. I'm going for my first one this Friday. All right. So, Sandra, do you see, like, by the summer, by the time everybody gets vaccinated, we have, gatherings as normal?
I think again we have to know who got vaccinated, because again it looks like a whole lot of people are getting vaccinated, but reports say today only 9% of the world, of the country has gotten vaccinated. So we have to make sure, and then we can't turn it into a club. So we have to be Holy Spirit driven. I think I think the pastors, we need to put on sackcloth and ashes, and we need to have a revival. I think the pastors themselves need to get together. We need our own revival.
Yeah.
Because, we self-medicated, and I'm not saying that we drank and smoked and did, but we self-medicated in order to get through COVID, right? Like we it was a shock for us. We didn't know what to do. There were some things that we need to ask God's forgiveness from. So we need to go first, and we need to have our own revival.
Right.
And we need to bring the people in. So we need to bring the people in after the men and women of God have gotten themselves together.
Absolutely. Yeah, because, so here's what's crazy. Did you go live yesterday as well?
Yeah.
Okay. How was that experience? And I'm not jumping off of vaccination, but what I did, and I'm gonna pull this in with what you just said about like I think that post quarantine we need to go back in a quarantine, if you will. So one of the things I said yesterday that was crazy, everybody, I said that what I've done here in this pandemic platform through COVID, I want to bring that to the church itself. But the process in doing that is to be concerned about what's going on in-house first before we bring what's in the house out of the house. And so to Sandra's point, that understanding of where we at as a whole, now I'm the pastor. I haven't been vaccinated yet because, I'm in Phoenixville. I just haven't been around, whatever. And I'm kind of like, I'm not a flu.
And it just came to Montgomery County. So I had asked Dr. Marsha. I think they're doing something at Bethlehem. So it's just coming out to the counties. And that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
We think that Philly, and that's why you got to be exposed. We're like, oh, everybody get it because Philly got it. No, the suburban counties are just getting it.
Listen, my mom told me. Now, my mom, like your mom, like Siobhan's dad, my mom was like, she hit me and she's like, look, I'm getting my shot. Now, I'm not even going to say where she got it from right now, but I can say it. I don't care. She don't care. She went to Rite Aid, on Ogons Avenue, right? She went to Rite Aid, but it was because she got the memo because of her age. She was able to walk right in and boom. And so my aunt, who's the same age as my mom, she went in, boom, got it, came out. And word of mouth got around where the seniors are getting access to it. But like you said, there's the illusion that, everybody got hit. They were saying that there were white folk coming from the suburb counties into the city. Like,
they had a Facebook page, right?
Are you kidding me?
Tell you that they had an underground Facebook page that was letting them know where you could get the shot. So
OMG.
my mom had an appointment at Rite Aid too. But anyway, when I was in line,
come on, Llewellyn and Barbara, come on, y'all.
When I was in line at the place, they were like, anybody whose ID does not match Philadelphia or this zip code, you will kindly be asked. Because again, here's the thing. We were listening to fake news and not searching for the truth for ourselves. I'm not saying that everything you read was fake, but you weren't doing your own due diligence.
Wow.
So we were going around saying, oh, I'm not getting it, while people were trying to coming in and trying to take all of our virus.
Right. Because then that's taking up the vaccine, because that's taking up the supply.
Listen, while we on the sideline saying we're not going to get it, they know that after a while, it's going to be up for grabs. So, just like the gentleman who got caught for taking the vials home.
Wait, that's wrong. You got that wrong. You said the gentleman or the kid?
The kid. Okay, the kid. The
young boy. The young boy.
I had to tell my city council person, don't try to jump in and act like you didn't vote on it.
The young boy. What was he, 22? 22?
You voted on giving him the contract after you saw what the black COVID doctors was doing.
You got black doctors that been in there for 30 years or more, and you give a kid.
You voted on him getting the contract. All y'all need to go. All of y'all need to go.
I saw something you posted. About that.
All of y'all need to go, because just because y'all trying to jump in and act like you was there, you voted on it. It's your fault that you didn't read the documentation. It's always white.
Come on, Kamala Harris. You running for something, Sandra? I'm voting for you. I'm not. You running? I'm voting.
So anyway, he was taking vials home to give them to his people.
I hear you. I'm voting for you, though. Anybody in the column from Philly, if you would vote for Dr. Sandra Williams, if she was running for any kind of political level format, how many would place their vote on Dr. Sandra Williams? I want to hear it. We're taking a poll now. Just put your hand up if you would vote for Dr. Sandra Williams in place of what we dealing with in Philly now.
You have me out there looking crazy, then y'all say all that, and all they do is give y'all a house, and then y'all on their side.
Right. You be like, Keith, I thought you was in Phoenixville. Who got that penthouse down Philly? Come on, Siobhan. We support her. Yeah. Look, her daddy was preaching. Yes.
I said, how do we have an all-black city council and y'all giving them all the houses and giving them all the vaccines?
Wait a minute. Stop the press. Listen, it's two people that validated. I don't even need no more. Siobhan is one, but let me go to the other two. You had Tamika Furby said, I definitely would vote. And Zach said she would definitely get my vote. We can just stop right there. We can hold up. How you doing? You dropped the mic.
Listen, they'll be in charge of my rally. I know they'll raise me $100.
Listen to me, Tamika and Zach, they gonna do your music. They gonna be the MDs for all your music setup, John. And then we'll just fly Trey in wherever he at. We'll fly him in.
And listen, that's why you all need to get these vaccines. You're not gonna do it. There will be no stadiums. There will be no arenas. There will be none of that.
So hold up. Dr. Sandra is a G. Look at that. Look what Ben said you a G. That's what I'm talking about.
We know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out how they got that contract when you know they have been from day one giving out those COVID tests. So when that 21-year-old with no doctors, no resumes, and you didn't just tell him he could do it, you gave him the convention center.
Wait a minute.
Now they going around
for
churches. Hold up, wait a minute.
Let that marinate for a second, people. I'm just letting that marinate for a second.
Let that marinate. However, cool breeze. However,
some stuff ain't worth rushing, you know.
Slow down.
You gotta add that season on and let it marinate.
I'm almost finished. Oh my God. I mean, listen. Some things ain't worth rushing. Sometimes you gotta put a little adobo in it and let it marinate.
I've been away too long. Come on here. Come on. Let me tell y'all something.
You gotta let it marinate. You gotta let it marinate.
I need y'all to make sure that this coffee and convo goes forever. And
it's just the convos. Listen, the Lord is so good. I had to sit back and think about it, and I said, how do I do this? How do I do this convos thing? Because I can't keep up. I'm a pastor. I am a producer. I still got a publishing deal. I got stuff to do. And so I was like, how do I keep it going? So I took the coffee out and just called it the convos, because anybody can be the co-star. Anybody can be the partner, because all I'm doing is having a conversation. And like I know, just as preachers, this is what we do. The way we have to do it, we do like Jesus. Have the conversation. Yeah, we love preaching. Okay. But if you ain't having a convo, you're not really getting through to people, because preaching is intentional. So I'm humble to a point where I want to hear you preach. So I'm gonna listen to you preach, right? But the conversation is where you can go further because it's a back and forth. Because I can ask you a question, you got to answer me. In the sermon, you just kind of got the amens, and you still need the Nicodemuses. So when you take Jesus, when he taught, Nicodemus came to him on the sidebar. When he got with the woman at the well, it was a one-on-one. And this format, I was like, because I was like, man, when the church doors open back up and this, that, and the third, and I was like, man, I'm holding on to this convo because the convo.
I'm be your sales manager. I'm the sales manager. I'm getting all the people. I'm doing all the spots.
Listen.
The sales manager.
Convos.
This is good, and even for biblical teaching, because that's another thing. Like, we have so many biblical illiterate people because Sunday morning you're intentional, but there's no conversation about the text. So yesterday I did 2 parts last week and this week on Let's Make a Deal.
Look at God, this is what I was trying to get. Let's go.
Say it. Let's Make a Deal, right? I did Let's Make a Deal where he says, I am the door, right?
Right.
Take the door, take the deal. So this week I talked about, he said, I'm the gate. So if you take this deal, you'll get liberty and luxury, right? If you take this deal, it's a guarantee. You know that you're getting. He said, listen, I'm the gate. The door swings open. You can come and go as you please. And I've come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So why wouldn't you take the deal? Why wouldn't you take the door? Why wouldn't you, if you know that you have liberty and luxury? But you have to break that down and explain that to people beyond a hoop. Like beyond, like the fact that we have choice. We have free will in him. So whether you give your offering, whether you give your time, whether you give your talent, you know that the repercussions of it is going to be the repercussions of it, because you have free will to do with what you want to do with the liberty that he gives you. Know that it's coming with a cause. No other religion gives you the liberty. Right. Even in dressing.
Right.
Soon as you become Islamic, you got to dress a certain way. We have liberty. So y'all going to have your breasts out. You're going to have the camel toe, your pants all tight. You're going to have all that.
Right.
Because we got liberty.
Right.
But and you don't have, it's amazing what can happen in the conversation and not in the first moment.
And look, there it is, Carlin. That's why the t-shirt is in there on Sneaker Preach. Because listen, I watched some of the old reels, and thank you, Lynn. I've enjoyed every convo. I look back to when I had nothing behind me. It was a plain wall. You know, I was just starting out, changed the lighting up and everything. And I'm looking at some of the convos that we had, and I'm sitting there like, man, we did more teaching and preaching in the convos to people that wouldn't watch the sermons. Now, it's like the convos is a way to bring people in. I've had people watch me on the convos that are starting to watch me on Sunday because of the convos, and it's necessary. We were up, my boy Lemuel, Filipino preacher. We was up till like 2 a.m. talking about Acts chapter 27, and it was such in a practical way that, again, listen. And he got hoop triggers. I'll have him here. He will tune up. I'll tune up. You tune up. Right. We know what we doing when we in the sanctuary and we tuning up. We got that. Right. But also we can have the conversation. You know, when you think about President Obama, that's my dude. Like, when he was in office, there's a certain way he talked. But then there's the relaxed Obama that'll sit back, you know, and chill and had it. And people that got that experience, they was like, yo, man, I met him and talked to him. He wasn't talking to them like, in America, you know, like he wasn't talking like that. He was a little bit different. Same person, same attitude, but the delivery was such in a way that we could get something from it. And so that's what I like about doing this right here. And I'm like, I can't stop doing it. There's no way to stop doing it.
And here's the crazy part. People are comfortable with we don't think that. And we saw that as pastors. People are comfortable with crowds, but they're awkward on one-on-one.
Yes. And listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something real quick.
1-on-3 is awkward.
Let me tell y'all something. Sandra be in them streets, okay? So, like, when I say, like, she inspires me and in the areas where I'm slacking, Sandra's there. Like, she's going to have the conversation. So you can see her going ham on a Sunday. But trust you me, if you go to some district meeting, you go to any political platform, something, you will find her in the midst, advocating and saying more than just what you hear on Sundays. Okay. And so shout outs to my sister, like who doing the darn thing. No, seriously, shout out to my sister who's doing the darn thing. When I ride down Girard Avenue and I look at the phone shop and I'm thinking about the writing and y'all was like, oh hell no, y'all ain't tearing this one up. Like
it's funny that you say that because yesterday we walked with Liberty Church and Fairmount Church. We had a prayer and the other pastors said that again. They were like, we didn't come outside during the riots, but Pastor Chandra and her brother were out here,
just keep it
midnight, and I'm talking about the other folk.
Like, yeah, I got you.
Midnight, making sure our stuff wasn't tore down. So, we just want to, and I'm the only one out there with this long church name.
Right.
We just want to get United Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah, I forgot the missionary in there. Let me edit that. I forgot missionary in there.
Don't let Luella jump on here. We are missionary, okay?
Oh yeah, listen, that's that spirit of your dad coming out there right there. Like, listen, y'all gonna get that right.
I will build my church.
Let me see. I gotta correct it now. Yeah. Pastor United Missionary Baptist Church. There, we got it right. Now wait, do y'all have a t-shirt?
Oh, it's UMBC. Oh no, we do have one that says United Missionary Baptist Church. We do. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Thank you so much, Carla.
Okay, yeah. So wait. So what are we doing for 7 last words and Easter Sunday with y'all?
Sponsor it. Come on, Konvo.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. That would be fun.
You should sponsor it. Come on, let's get 5 other people and let's go. Let's talk about
it. Yeah,
let's talk about it.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm feeling that.
Listen, now I give you my ideas for free. I give you my.
No, I know that. Look, we iron sharpens iron.
7 last sayings. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about the 7 last sayings. I like that. Let's do
on Friday, Good Friday at like 9:30 a.m. Let's talk.
But are you preaching that day or something?
I'll do it with you at 9:30 a.m.
All right, I'll get up for it. Wait, what? Happy International Women's Day to all the ladies.
International Women's Day.
Today is.
You didn't know you had me on as a guest. You was in the spirit.
Look at that. See that? Look at God. Because I was actually, look, I got stuff due date and I was like, let me see. Konvos sponsor. Carla, my trustee, right?
Oh, okay.
Shout out to my aunt. She was riding with my dad, but auntie had to kind of pull back. But listen,
9:30 a.m. Let's get that flyer. Let's get that 7 last sayings. Let's talk about it.
Wow. Wait, hold up. Should I get the round table that we had when we was at if we was in South Philly in that meeting? I'm never gonna forget that. I was new to the crew.
No.
And I'm like, this girl here.
No.
All right, I was just asking.
No. You fix it up here where you got 7 spaces.
I'm just asking. Let me see.
You can get our you got 2 weeks to get our graphic together.
If any eCam people are in here, see, because I got to see if that'll pull right. I would have to practice that. Yeah, 7.
We always pushing the envelope. We challenge you.
Or I might do like my boy DJ Strick does. DJ Strick, what he does is he'll give time slots for like a rotation of. So to say if it was like.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could do that. You could do that, and we'll talk to you. You'll be the conversation host, but people will.
Like I know I can solidly do 3, but it's like everybody's internets and all of that. I don't know how that matches up. I mean, I can handle it on the computer, but that's what you gave me something to think about because we got time for it.
One time you had like Brian and somebody else on.
Yeah, no, I can put a lot of people on. It's just I'm more concerned about the stability of everybody else's system, like something like that.
Listen, we don't eliminate people. People eliminate themselves. Get your internet right.
Listen, my first thing at the beginning was invest in your pandemic platform. I said that to everybody at the beginning. I said invest in it. Like whatever that is, invest in it. So one other quick sidebar. Did you watch Coming to America yet?
I did.
You did? Okay, don't tell me about it. I didn't watch it, but I didn't realize I'm all dumb. talk to her every day, literally, with Tina on the phone. I didn't know Yana Crawley was in it.
Yep.
So she was going to come.
What? You'll miss it, but then when I looked though, I just watched it yesterday, and I watched it because I just had a thought about one thing, and I said let me just watch it before I go off, right? Before I go off, but I'm still gonna go off, but I'm gonna let everybody watch it.
Okay, all right. Cause I'm, your girl sold me out. She was like, "Oh, we gonna watch a movie tonight," and after a while, she and just, killed my vibe. So I watched Snowfall. I caught up on Walking Dead, and I just called it a day. She just killed my vibe. So
Snowfall. What's Snowfall?
Oh, Snowfall is very good. It's like kind of like The Wire. Remember The Wire?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Trey told me about that one. Okay.
Yeah, Snowfall is dope. Snowfall is real dope.
I like Snowpiercer.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. I gotta see what's up. So I gotta get Daryl involved in this because Daryl, he's the internet interview tech geek like that. Daryl got that joint on lock. Shout out to Siobhan. Look, her daddy was preaching yesterday. He look, Shipman was getting his hoop on without a backup. Shipman was going in
listen.
On one word.
Darian was with when I first walked out on the stage at Sharon. Darian was there. By the time I got to the close, there was no Darian. Darian, where did you go? I was like, I don't know where Darian is, but y'all asked Darian, where did he go? Because if I'd have known Darian wasn't gonna be there, I'd have brought Trey and the hoop triggers. I mean,
listen. So let me tell y'all something.
I had to close to the best of my ability. And I did what I could with what I had, but there was no Darian.
So this is what I like about this format here. When I sit in front of the camera, I cannot hoop, right? But when I had to do the funerals last year, I said I wasn't gonna hoop, and I just started hollering, and I was just like, I don't want people to think that I don't want to be in the sanctuary, but I'm trying to maximize in the ministry that I have now because I know how important the conversation is. So y'all don't laugh at me if I start looking like God rest his soul, Fred Price, walking around up and down the aisle with a lapel. Don't y'all be like, keep church boring. Cause I'm telling you, look, you gonna be Southern members gonna be sliding in your church like Keith don't holler enough. I'll be like, listen, I'm sorry. Or they gonna be they gonna try to find out, can they come to Southern and then leave and then be on time for your service or vice versa? Because it's gonna be like,
not doing all that when we come back. Y'all, we gonna sit down around this altar and pray. We gonna get off all that stuff y'all did.
All that stuff, right? That stuff.
First of all, for the first 90 days, we praying.
That's what. Listen, for me, that's what I told the church. I said, listen, I'm not really about If it's there, it's there, but it's more so regrouping and moving forward. Because let me tell you something I learned about the world. I had to go past King of Prussia yesterday, and that sucker was lit like it was 4th of July weekend. I mean,
the first of the week, the first of the month.
Folk everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you got you. Folk everywhere. I mean, bags galore. Louis Vuitton line is around the corner. I'm just like, folk, and I'm not hating on I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just like, after I go through
Texas too.
But here's my thing: after Storm and after all of this that just shook the entire planet up,
we still shopping like that.
Yeah, it's some normalcies that we long for, that we haven't grown in. It's like, it's something about growth that the evidence in growth is after the season is over. So it's like crops. They grow in their season, but then when it's time to pull them, you see the evidence of what happened or did not happen during the growth. When a child is born, woman carries a child for 9 months. It's afterwards that you see what the process was in that place of darkness that growth and life was happening. So when you think about a baby, life is happening in a place of darkness. But then when that child comes to the light, the child is now in the light. You examine the child to see the growth that was happening in the darkness. Now you can get a peep in through different pieces of equipment, but you don't actually see the tangible piece of what was happening in the dark until it's on the other side. Zach, you there? I was there recently. It's crazy in there. Yup, like nothing's going on. Them lines are out of pocket. And we can't judge nobody. I'm not judging people. It's just looking at it like I gotta think what's best.
We can.
All right, I got what you said. All right, I got what you're saying in that sense.
People, but you have to be judged the same measure. You have to measure up to the way you're judging. And see, that's what's going for me. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And I told my church this. For me in this season, I have had time to reflect. I have had time to review. I have had time to renew my relationship and revive it. I'm not saying what you want to hear.
Right.
I'm judging you. If you don't have no money and you've gotten pandemic money with bonuses, no, I'm not taking care of you. I'm not taking care of you. I'm not. We gotta stop. This church that we're going into, for me, it's gonna be a different church.
Yeah.
It's a different church.
Yeah.
You've had time to learn. We've been sitting down having conversations. You still don't know no scripture. Your household doesn't know scripture. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, we have not taken advantage of the time, even with the musicians. Like, you've had time to reflect. So the songs that David wrote, that David wrote in his times of cave and challenges,
right?
There should be a different type of song that the church is even singing.
Yeah.
Come on, people who have not been on the road, you didn't have no gigs, you got terminated. I mean, we should be at a different place. And so that's why I'm saying, you're not going to be shouting all over the church. Sit down. Sit down.
That's in my video. I'm gonna close out on wait, you didn't see the whole video, did you?
Sit down.
You're
not gonna be shouting. Sit down. Sit down.
So yeah, it's no in other news. Well, the Rough Road, I'm gonna skip the Wow today. I'll probably pop it on Friday. I may be on tonight, to have convos, because that's what I do. I have the conversation. And guess what?
I like that. You took off the convo. I love the introduction.
You feeling it?
I love the streetwear. I love your clothes. Come on. I love the convo. I think that you're absolutely right. I think this is a station waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I think people can get time slots. Even while you were talking about time slots, I don't know how you can find a way where people can bring people to their conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole evolution of the combo.
Listen, I love having the conversation about stuff. Even so people that know me from tech, right? I have the conversation about tech as well. Like, you know me with the camera. You've been here. You've seen it. The camera's all over the place, this, that, and third. But I had to tell some people like, whoa, Kimosabi, don't just ask me what cameras you have and then think you got to get all of them, because you don't need them.
Right.
I'm going to explain the why of it so that at least you know your why. And that's the same way I am with church and spirituality. It's understanding the why with it. And so if matter of fact, did you watch The Black Church?
No.
Well, you heard about it, right?
I heard about it.
You have to watch it. It's going to bless you.
I'm taking some time.
I got you.
I'm gonna sit down and watch everything I did.
No, we got to talk after you watch it, because it doesn't land the plane on ticking anybody off or rebuttaling it. You just receive what it gave you, because it gets you from Africa to now. Okay. And they have the voice of black and white preachers, male and female. They give you the more insight on debunking the myths of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. They give you women in ministry. They give you the why. They give you the nitty gritty. Okay. They touch every line. They give you what's going on with the Hawkins family and more. Okay. They run that stuff down. So it's actually good. I want to watch it again So yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it a second time. I needed to watch it. So yeah, so Lynn, you saw it. It was very interesting, right? I think it was real good. And I don't really have a specific position on it other than it taught me a lot, and it helped me to understand better the quiet church and the noisy church. Like, this is one of those things.
The crazy part is that my parents exposed us to so much about church. So
got you.
Even my father didn't have on my father's side, I grew up on his name just escapes me. White guy played the piano. He had a lot of scandal in his life. He was a pastor, but he he used to sing a lot. Jimmy Swagger.
Okay,
so
got you.
Jimmy Swagger. Like, I grew up on Jimmy Swagger, right? We fellowship with Church of the Savior out Lancaster Avenue. So my father for 35 years went to Moody every year. Moody Bible every year. So I have been exposed to the gamut.
Right.
Quiet church, loud church, no church, just all of it. So for me, the history of the church encompasses everything. I never really saw a woman pastor until I went to college.
Right.
So I've known male preachers all my life, right? But my dad rented the upstairs church to Pentecostal churches. He rented the chapel to church plants.
Right.
So we ran the gamut of church plants upstairs. There were times when we were in church downstairs and the churches upstairs was louder than us.
They was making I was about to say.
Like they was making so much noise, right?
I can hear it.
You sitting in the sanctuary trying to act like we don't hear nothing.
Because I'm looking out over that window over the sanctuary from y'all back room, and I'm like, oh Lord, if you somebody up here getting it in, it's a wrap.
Listen,
it's a wrap.
They was killing it up there. Washboards and bass drums and United. We conservative downstairs, but a Celestial, the boys, like they started upstairs. So I mean, for me, I'll watch it, but again, exposure is so crucial.
Yeah,
right? It's so crucial because when you've been exposed to stuff, then you can look at it from a diverse place.
Given what you just said and what I know about you, you're going to love it. Like, I really appreciate it because it's like putting church history and roots together. Like, it's crazy, and it gives you matter of fact, you're going to have a moment where this is my opinion. What happened through the riots during the pandemic and your position in the streets, you're going to kind of see that in the Black church documentary. Like, you'll look at it and be like, okay, I think I get what Pels are talking about. Whereas it actually will bless you, and it'll encourage you, it'll challenge you, it'll help you to understand people and why they might not want to be at your church and they might want to be there. Or you kind of like, what's wrong with these people? And you kind of like, you know what? I get it. It was so encouraging for me to the point where I'm like, it helps you to take a position and just have integrity with what you know that God called you to do. You know, and so
I think that's the purpose. So and I'll say this, you know, now everybody's slogan is, I'm the best church. I'm the best church in Philly. Like, I'm the best. And that's why people need to be exposed. I don't need to see that to know that there are sheep that are called to me. There are sheep that are called to you. There are sheep that are called the Prince of Peace. There are sheep that are called to this church and that church and that church. There are different shepherds for different sheep.
Yeah,
there are different churches for different people.
Let me help you right there. If you think of church as a gathering, right? Here's what I learned in this pandemic. The gathering has been in this platform. And so what you just said, I'm gonna hook you up right here because you just said it. If you expand your mind, you know how many people have pastors that have listened to you and was like, yo, they've texted me and said, she blessed me. I needed that. Carla, I'm Carla's pastor, but Carla will listen to what God says through your mouth, receive it, move on it, do what she needs to do with it, and it blesses her. That's why when you think about understanding our calling, it's to be also conversationalists, Because yes, we know Jesus as a preacher, but we have to know him as the conversationalist.
Yeah.
Because it's in the conversation that he rebuked his own dudes when they was hating on the woman with the alabaster box. It's in the conversation when he's like, yo, Peter, listen, we're not doing this again. Pandemic over. Crucifixion over. This what I called you to do. Let me reflect you back. Remember, I prayed for you. And you supposed to strengthen your brethren. And then that conversation goes to the conversation, which goes to the conversation where it all goes back to in the beginning was the word. That's our job. Now, in the meantime, you have a church at Philippi, church at, but then Paul talking to all them churches at. You understand what I'm saying? And people over here talking, and when it's significant. So they're to your point about, oh, look at my church. Oh, look at this. That's successful people mindset. But significant people, they are successful in the sense that their move is about significance. That's why you do what you do. That's why you're passionate about what you do. And when people thinking, you snapping, you like, I'm snapping because I care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm snapping because when you got a 22-year-old who ain't got a daggone degree and doctorate, nothing like that, and you give them a contract, I'm gonna call y'all out. Like that right there, that's passionate. That wife of mine, you know why me and you assistant brothers, and you know that she is, I'll be looking like, can we go on a date? But she helping somebody who ain't get their darn taxes together and they business stuff is all jacked up. And she like, look, it's like $2 billion out here and you ain't getting none of it because you still throwing money underneath the sheets. Like, let me help you out real quick to get your stuff straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I love y'all for that. Y'all, listen, it's all right, cool. We did the hour. I'm gonna end it on the video. I'm playing the video again. You know why? Because I love it. I love video. So tell that boy Trey I said what's I'm gonna hit him.
He's in between like LA and Atlanta now, trying to get the producing thing.
He done went to LA already?
He went to LA.
Daggone it, Jesus. All right, nephew, I gotta call him up, just check on him, say what's up.
Yeah,
all
check
right.
on him.
We out, y'all. Dr. Williams, tell everybody bye.
See you all later.
Soon and at any time. All right. T-shirt out. And I'm playing her son's single. Cause guess what? Cause I'm Keith Pelzer. I don't care if they try to shut me down. So here it goes.
Layback horns hit me with something like, no.
Y'all have a wonderful day. Hey, baby.
I'm coming to get me a commercial.
I'm about to be real transparent.
I got you.
With you.
I'll show you how we shoot it. You gotta bring 3-4 outfits.
Okay, I'm coming. This is crazy.
Just to have a little conversation with you.
Bring multiple glasses too.
Okay. Hey. Woo.
I just want your name. And maybe you can slide your digits too. Cause I put a lot of work in my game. So baby, role play.
Tina like the way I dance on the hook though.
Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play.
Watch the hook. She like this part. I'm gonna show you the part she like.
I know you know me. I know you know. But let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? Role play.
Here go her part right here.
My nerves. And let me be your patient. You'll be I'm gonna be your student. So let me role play. Baby, come and role play with me. Role play, baby. I know you know me. Let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play. Hey, come on. Got to pain, let me see you clap before time. me. I know you know. Let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we still live. What you think? Wait a minute. She said, "Are we still live?"
Yeah.
You are.
Hey.
Woo! Come on.
Lay back home, sip me with something else like God Almighty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We out.
What song?
The song is it. I'm telling you, they be getting me up. You guys see how we do at the end. Watch the end. E-Watt, hit it, boy.
Come on, Henry.
All right. And with that,
Yes.
we
Henry,
are out.
Woo! That was good.